putting an end to identity politics. This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.
I'm a member of a lot of grocery stores, too. I don't know who started this little program, but they tricking us to buy bags. I don't know why I got to buy a bag and buy groceries. I don't like that at all. Yeah. Get my bags ready to shop. That's crazy right there, because y'all got bags in the store. I see the bags already, so I don't know what the hell. I got to bring my own bags, but and they so crazy now. You bring your bags, and then I don't know who started this little program. You check yourself out, but that is not what I'm trying to do. I'm a shopper. I came in as a shopper. I want to leave as a shopper, but yeah, because they trick you to be an employee and get on the clock that day. You don't really have. Yeah, you're not ready to be a worker at a grocery store. You don't have no kind of qualifications at all. But the lady tricked me. She's like, "There's no waiting over here, sir." And I go over there and she just walked the hell away. And I'm like, whoa. Like, where are you going, ma'am? Where are you going? And she was like, you can check yourself out. And I'm like, but I don't work here. I shouldn't have to do that at all. I was like, these are my clothes. These are my clothes right here. But she felt like I was qualified. So I say, what the hell? Turn on my light. I guess I'm open. I've been robbed, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Much love, man.
Welcome back, everybody. That was Rod Man, funny guy. And the reason why I even played that clip is because it was a clip about hard work. And it's funny to hear leftists come up with these idiotic ideas. And I told you guys before earlier in the broadcast that it doesn't matter what month, the entire time I've been doing this, I could give you the wackiest stuff that so-called academics, these are people who think of themselves as intellectuals, and the things that they say, it floors me. And what really floors me is the racist nature of what they say and how it's completely ignored by the left. If you listen when the leftists speak, they expose themselves as racist quite often. Whether it's, there was a lady, she was down in where Florida somewhere, she's a politician, and she says you can't get rid of all the illegals. Who's going to take care of our pools and our landscaping? The girl, what's his name? The crazy dude that used to have the show, Ozzy. His daughter said the same thing. It's like, really? It's hard to believe that that's what people are. That's how they think. This racist all over academia. And I think we talked about Angela Putnam, the Penn State University academic. She gleaned from an academic paper, if I work hard, I can be successful, is an ideology of whiteness. Did we talk about this? I know I touched on it, but I don't think we actually covered it. So here's what the excerpt from the paper said. Angela Putnam conducted a survey to critique and examine ideologies within college students' discourse that are foundational to whiteness. Her resulting conclusion, published on Thursday, was that the meritocracy, or the belief that people should rise based on the fruits of their labor, is a white ideology. In her mind, this white ideology is unfortunately widely accepted in academia. Putnam believes that it is somehow a bad thing to teach students personal responsibility, emphasizing a collectivist mindset. Putnam puts forth the idea that Americans are falsely, quote, socialized to believe that we got to where we are because of our own individual efforts. Now, see, you've heard what Elizabeth Warren say in Barack Obama. You didn't build that. And nobody got to where they are without the help of somebody else, and blah, blah, blah. And technically, you can say, well, that's true. I mean, without my mother breastfeeding me, I wouldn't have survived. If she had aborted me, I wouldn't have survived. If she, left me outside in the cold, I wouldn't have survived, and on and on and on. We could argue that point for everything. I mean, 6 degrees of separation, who's doing what. But what really bugs me is that people buy into this nonsense around that. And the fact of the matter is, you are responsible to where you go. I can make sure you live. I can make sure you have an education. I can make sure of a lot of stuff. But it doesn't mean you're going to be successful. And if you're teaching that hard work is a white, what does she call it? An ideology of whiteness, then essentially the racist counterpart to that is, well, then lazy is the ideology of blackness. I would love to see an academic try to argue this. It's ridiculous. She says, until students learn the hidden dangers of believing in the value of hard work and a positive attitude, whiteness ideologies may be reproduced through a general acceptance and unchallenging of norms, as well as through everyday discourse from a wide variety of racial personalities. I don't even know what that means, except the first part. Until students learn the hidden dangers of believing in the value of hard work and a positive attitude. Are you serious? It's unbelievable to me. I don't know how this lady, how do you come up with this? Seriously, I'm at a loss of words. You teach your children about the value of hard work. You teach your children about having a positive attitude. I do not understand how has this lady got a job? Somebody needs to tell me this. Essentially, these fools propose that black people can't work based on a meritocracy. And just to poke a few holes in the concept, it's interesting that blacks, for example, dominate sports, one of the world's ultimate meritocracies. You can be naturally gifted and do okay in sports. You've got to go be above and beyond. It takes nothing less than hard work. Work hard, you get the multi-million-dollar contract. Don't, you go work at Burger King. I'll give you a good example. I have a friend, played football at SMU, stud. Everybody thought, this guy's going pro. I can name 3 guys that fit this bill. They were part of our dominating football teams during the time when we tied for the national championship, runner-up, etc. It was the best time of SMU's sports career. Eric Dickerson, Craig James, etc. So we had athletes on that team. And one of the guys, well, there were 3 guys I can tell you specifically, but I remember one guy, we had a conversation, and I saw him coming through DFW Airport. He was our running back. Everybody's like, this guy's going pro. And he was on a janitorial team at the airport. Couldn't believe it. Had another guy. His name was Colin. Colin was 6'10", played basketball for SMU. And I just remember passing by Colin one day. I was like, dude, you going pro? He's like, nah, man. And I was like, why? He goes, nah, I'm just trying to get through school, whatever. And I was thinking, you're playing on a Division I basketball team with John Concack. You're playing ball. We got a sports program now, that everybody's looking at. You can go pro. You just looked at Cole and he's like, I don't want to put that work in. That's what he said without saying. Now, this lady might say, well, Kevin, now you're proving my point. No, I'm not. I'm saying there are people that want it and there are people that don't. Football is 70% black. Does that mean white kids can't live up to the meritocracy of football? I mean, the same they say is true of talk show hosts. Think about it. Oprah. Oprah is the one-word king of the genre of talk show host. She left the mainstream media years ago. Oprah overtook Phil Donahue, Morton Downey Jr., Sally Jesse Raphael. I forget that one lady. I can see her face. Jenny Jones. All of them. She overtook every single one of them. She's the iconic name. Johnny Cochran became the name in the legal field, right? You have guys like Don King, world-renowned boxing promoter. What these moronic academics propose is exactly why black culture lies in ruins. And to believe otherwise, folks, is a racist. To believe in white privilege, you have to be a racist. That's just a fact.
He won't stop until he's the top-rated radio talk show host in America.
What kind of weird competitive freak are you?
This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.